Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Shred Show Live with me, your host, Josh Pitts. And you can see these. Look at this. It's like we're color coordinated today, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the black, the red, and I'm excited to have these gentlemen hanging out with me. They have a brilliant show themselves. They are not only the founders of DG Media, they're the founders of Momentum Builder, also professional originators in the past, like myself. Guys, we're all about the origination. We're all about the mortgage industry, but today we're going to be talking about something that is extremely exciting. So if you're joining us live right now, comment hashtag shred. You are shredding with Gino and Don and myself. We're excited to have you with us. And if you're joining us on the replay, comment hashtag hustle, because you're out there, you're getting it done, and then you're coming back right here to get what you need to go out and absolutely dominate your business. But ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Gino and Don from DG Media. What's up, gentlemen?
Well, you are. Look at that energy. That's why we love being part of what you do, Josh. My goodness.
That's what wake you up in the morning. Let's get up. Let's make sure we got some energy now.
Who needs coffee when we're out here on the Shred Show? But guys, I'm excited. What I'm actually really excited about before we even get into our topics of today, we're two separate media companies. You got Shred Media, you got DG Media, yet we're collaborating. We're coming together. We're working together. And this is the mentality that you guys and I have of it's not about competition. I'm all about healthy competition, but we can work together. We can collaborate. And ultimately, it helps all of us improve. It helps all. It's funny enough, we were just talking about sound, Gino, like we all working with sound together, talking through little things, helping one another thrive and grow in this. I see Don's even doing his mic check, but I'm excited to have you guys on the show today because there's an event coming up. And when people hear an event, they're like, oh, shit, another event. That's the last thing we need. I don't even want to talk about it. But you guys are originators like myself. You're mortgage professionals. You've been in this industry longer than I have. And I've been in this industry a long time. And you guys, you've been through the trenches of originating. You still run an incredible origination team, which in my opinion gives you such a good handle, such a good grasp of what's actually going on in the industry. And when you guys have been working on this event for a very long time, I mean, this has been in the works and in the talk. I mean, Don, I can't even remember the first time you reached out to me about it. And you're like, hey, and you started this discussion, and now it's come to fruition, and it's just around the corner right now. So, but before we get into the event, I want to talk about 2020. 2020 was a banner year. None of us expected COVID to happen. The pandemic that happened, it kind of threw us all into a tailspin. And when we go into a new year, we're always about goals and planning and session, and how do I make this next year better than this year? And sometimes we lose sight of that. So that's a lot of what Momentum Builder is based around, is not just like, hey, setting goals for the beginning of the year, we lose sight of them. So let's talk about goals real quick and how Momentum Builder 2021 can help not just plan right now, but come March, come April this year.
All right. Thanks, Josh. And thanks for having us on the show, buddy. I mean, we're excited. We're really excited to collaborate with you, your energy. And before we even get into the goals, what was really nice, Josh, is why we reached out to you and why we've worked so hard at this and creating this wonderful event for not just us, but for all of you out there. And hopefully you share is that we're like-minded. We wanted to help more people. And that was your goal, and why you liked getting behind Momentum Builder is, how do we help more people? Because we can help our team. We have an incredible team out in SoCal that's crushing it, but we want to help more. And we know that if we get the right type of speakers, and COVID created great opportunities. You'll see I'm wearing a Momentum Builder 2020 shirt, but this is our third year. We actually started in 2019. We slid 2020 literally, 2 days before the lockdown? I mean, there wasn't really a COVID scare yet, but literally the following week after we had, 250 people at our live event in California, it was lockdown. And we're like, oh no, what do we do for 2021? But it has created a wonderful opportunity, and aligning with you and Shred Media. And now when they go to momentumbuilderevent.com and see the speakers that we got, because of one, our relationship with some of the great speakers we already know and the people we know, but because COVID has created some opportunities for us where some of these speakers maybe, we, in all honesty, lost their opportunities when they couldn't go do live events, created some opportunities for us, and now opportunities for our attendees that are going to come in March of 2021, because our list of speakers are rock stars. They're amazing, and they're going to help you with those goals, because the whole concept of Momentum Builder we started 3 years ago was everybody gets excited. I guarantee all of you out there right now are pumped. You're ready for 2021. You're ready for 2020 to be done. Who isn't? It's been a year of years. And some of you have struggled, been challenged. You didn't hit your goals, but you're excited about 2021. Everybody is, and we are too. And you get excited and you set your goals for 2021. What happens is we see, and we're junkies. I've gone to every event there is. Gino knows I'm a junkie. I go to every event. Many events, including Todd Duncanson and masterminds and all that. I've been a speaker. I've been someone in the stands writing 16 pages of notes. I'm a junkie about this, and I get pumped up, and everybody gets pumped up for the new year. But what we find is by March, when we talk to our, let's just say our referral partners and even our LOs, by March, we're like, hey, how's your year going? And they're frustrated already. Now, two things happen. One, you didn't change anything from 2020 or 2019. You didn't change any habits. That's human nature. Very few of us can actually make habit changing decisions that will change your career and your life. Also, let's face it, January and February in the mortgage and real estate industry typically suck. It's not our biggest years. It's our biggest months. It's always slow. Everybody's getting going. So by March, you're like, I'm bummed. My year's already out. I'm done. I'm not going to hit my goals. I'm frustrated. But we got to realize two things. And I'll give you, even lenders a little out. It's not quite your fault. Yes. Did you change your habits? No. But two, because it's not the right time. So the good news is our earnings season typically, COVID exception, typically is April through September. That's our banner months. This is where we make probably 75, 80% of our money. So what we wanted to do with creating Momentum Builder is get your momentum going heading into your earnings. Instead of your mindset being in the wrong place, that I'm already behind my goals, let's get your mindset in the right place. Let's get the right people behind. Let's get you inspired. Let's get you the tools. Let's get you the systems and the ways to create momentum.
And I love that. It is momentum. Gino, we were talking about this too, and exactly what you're talking about, Don. So frequently as originators, like we're so excited and we go through these roller coasters. We talk about the roller coaster a lot, especially going into the holiday season. You know, a lot of us kind of sit back especially after a banner year. So many originators had a phenomenal 2020. They're just like, well, shit, I'm just going to continue to ride I'm going to continue to ride this roller coaster into 2021, but then we lose sight. Come March, April, even the beginning of the year, people are like, well, you know what? I didn't really set goals. And that's why I think Momentum Builder being in March is such a perfect time, because like Don was saying, you need that extra, little extra carry, that little extra push at that time.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, one of the things that we're going to focus on is that nothing creates failure like success, right? Success is the enemy of success, because what's going to happen this year is everybody's going to think they're better than they are because of the environment.
Sure.
And the reality is that they're going to fail to plan, and they're going to, if they fail to plan, they plan to fail, guaranteed for sure. And they're also going to be complacent. And that's one thing that we promised with Don when we went to set out to build our mortgage company, that we will never be complacent. Because when you get comfortable, you get complacent. And when you get complacent, somebody works harder, somebody works smarter, and somebody will pass you by. So the other idea to this, because we're going to continue to give you information throughout the year and not just a one-day event, which we think is one of the mistakes with a lot of the events that we've been to. And Don says, we are junkies. We've been to 1 million events. He's got 16 notebooks of 16 pages. Guess where they all sit? In a cabinet that he never reads again.
No, that's not true. I do pull them out once in a while, but you have to put
not as often
into
as we
it.
should.
And I'm one of the few that does do that, but it's really rare. You're right. You don't have it in front of you all the time. You do lose some momentum.
Yeah. So I don't want this event for you to think of this event as a one-time event. Think personal trainer. Don't think gym membership.
Oh,
you're going to continue to get value throughout the year.
I like that. And like you said, being that you go to an event, we've all been to it. How many events have we all been to this year? Virtual events where it's just like, maybe we got a nugget here. But, because it's out of sight, out of mind, once that event's gone, you don't think about it anymore. This idea that you guys have, this 52 weeks of like staying on top of, like staying in touch, giving people a little bit every single week. You have the event, you got the meat and the potatoes, but now you have the follow-up. Now you have that drip campaign, if you will, to stay in front of them saying, hey, and the idea that you're even bringing these speakers, they're going to provide the 52 weeks of content. The people who are actually going to be there at the event who speak to you, they're going to be the ones. It's not just coming from Don and Gino. It's not just coming from you guys. It's coming from the entire event, every speaker. That's for me. That's what's really exciting. That's what's so different.
But you know, call that right, Josh.
What's that?
More momentum.
Yeah,
it's our more momentum program.
It's more momentum.
You're right. You do get inspired and excited. And when you go to momentumbuilderevent.com, you see the speakers we have. And what's nice, it's not your typical. Like I said, Gino and I are junkies, especially me. I've gone to like Todd Duncan for 20 something years, and he's a friend of mine, and he's part of the show because he's a rock star. But you go to these events and you get all pumped up. But what's nice is we actually have a wide range of different speakers, not just, hey, are you making your calls? Are you making your 100 calls? You doing this? The speakers that we have aligned, and it's taken literally almost an entire year. Some of we worked with last year, and then we built on that. What's nice is everybody that's a speaker, as you know, Josh, they're all, we call them the fraternity of givers. These people want to give first. They're going to give you true value. They are awesome people. They're not selling. We made sure. Now, will they offer their products because they're great for you? Like Todd Duncan, we'll talk about high trust coaching because his coaching works. Right. But they're not up there selling. They're basically giving you strategies, tools, inspiration, and knowledge that can change not just your career, but your life. And that's where Gino and I have, fortunately, we have coaches, and we work with our coaches. We work with these speakers. I've gotten a master's in business development now and relationship development, because now I'm speaking with these 20 awesome speakers like you, Josh. You've already inspired me. You've already educated me. Now I'm sitting there talking with, Trevor Moab and Clay Aber and Hal Elrod and all these rock stars. I'm like, my God, if I want to give this to everybody. Gino and I want to make sure everybody gets these incredible speakers. And these are people that are going to change your life because it's motivating, it's mindset, it's sales training, it's tech, it's everything you need to be a better salesperson, not a mortgage raiser, not just real estate, but a salesperson and a person in general.
So let's focus on that for a minute, Don, because I think that's super important. I think this is where our event transitions from being a mortgage event to being a sales event. Every salesperson, I don't care if you sell vacuums for Dyson, you can benefit from this event. Right? Some of it's going to be real estate related because that's the industry and field that we're in. But the reality is the speakers that we have are going to speak to our weaknesses. They're going to speak to our strengths, and they're going to help us elevate our strengths and eliminate weaknesses. That's really what the focus is going to be, so that we can all be better, not bigger, in 2021.
Oh, big. I like that. Hey, we were talking about that slogan before. And I love this idea, because again, especially going to a new year, sometimes it's all like, oh, it's got to be bigger. I got to do more. Sometimes it's the simple. Sometimes it's about being better. Sometimes it's really honing our craft and our skills. And I love that this is not just tailored to the mortgage industry. A lot of people know with my background, with what Shred Media does, it's been so focused in mortgage and real estate insurance, but this is for anybody. You could be a car salesman. You could be a salesman for Office Depot. Whatever it is, like, this event is going to help you get in the right mindset, get in the right strategies, techniques, tactics, so you can be better at what you do. It can bring more value to your audience, can bring more value to your clients, to your customers. So that's why I think this event is so very different from what we've seen within our industry. We keep referencing the mortgage industry, but this is for anybody and everybody. And that's why, Don, you mentioned this just a second ago, the speakers, the caliber of speakers, the different, where you pulled these from. You've got people like Todd Duncan, but then you also bring in somebody like Brittany Hodak, and you bring in these different people who are all from all different walks of life and from all different, from coaches to everything. So this is so much more. And I love that you mentioned mindset, Gino, because this is a mindset event. This is really helping anybody, everybody who attends this event.
Well, sales is a really emotional thing, right? I think that for all of us that have been in sales our whole lives, that it's an emotional roller coaster, and you can have we don't even allow ourselves to have good days or bad days anymore, because somebody said that success, I think it was Darren Hardy, says that success is a measurement of how long your pity party is. And so you just have to give yourself just a few minutes to get over it, because, sometimes we get hurt. Sometimes in sales, we put a lot of effort and a lot of energy into one transaction and really want to take care of our clients and our consumers. And then they go somewhere else and you feel like you didn't do a good job. Well, you get hurt by that. Or maybe you lost a recruit, or maybe something happened and you get hurt by that. but you got to get over it. You got to get back
Well,
up.
that's like
And you gotta
perfect
go on
tee
and
up
grow.
for one of our speakers in Trevor Moab. You know, I mean, I
Yep.
know that's where you're heading. I mean, perfect example. Why people are going to look at who the heck's Trevor Moab? Do you realize he's the most sought after sports mindset coaches in the world right now? I mean, he's best friends with Russell Wilson. He's his mindset coach, you know, quarterback of, you know, Seattle Seahawks, but he's also mindset coach for this decent college team, Alabama.
Cool.
But I mean,
They're okay. They're okay.
and what's cool is his mindset coaching is different from the rah. He's actually all about no negativity. You know, no stinking thinking, and how to go instead of, like Gino said, you have ups and downs. Salespeople are the same as athletes. You have your good days, you have bad days, and you're going to have things happen to you that you have no control over. So what do you do about those days? His thing, and you're going to love him in the event. There's one of the 20 speakers, but he teaches you how to get to neutral, how to just put everything behind you, the bad deal, the jerk client, you know, we have them, the jerk referral partner, whatever it is. How do you move forward? Because you're a pro, you know what you should be doing. Just do that, and you can move forward, and it won't ruin the rest of your day or your week or your career. And that's just one of the speakers here. I mean, you got Hal Elrod, the Miracle Morning, Clay Hebert. I guarantee most of you out there, if I was to ask you, what do you do for a living? You say, I'm a loan officer, or I'm a real estate agent. Oh, exciting. Wow. Okay. There's thousands of you out there. Clay Hebert is going to teach you how to properly introduce yourself in 8 words or less. That's going to intrigue them to want to know more. Not just, oh, you're just
right. You want someone to ask you more, right? You just got to give them enough to say, well, tell me more about that. And if you get to that point where someone goes, tell me more about that, then you know that you can dedicate some time and energy and really focus on what your message is.
I help my clients manage their biggest assets and debts to a better future.
This is really funny because this is something I adopted in my business probably about 5 or 6 years ago when I was really originating, because I was so tired of introducing myself as an LO. Like, oh, I'm a loan officer. Oh, I'm a mortgage professional. I'm a mortgage advisor, even trying to think of something different. One day I was actually at an event, and it was a local speaker. This guy's never been heard of, and unfortunately kind of dropped off the speaking, but he got me in this mindset of thinking a little bit differently. And that day I came up with a slogan of I help people finance their dreams. When you introduce people like that, they're like, what, you help people finance their dream? What are you talking about there, Josh? What do you mean you? And like you said, that helps you introduce you. They want to know more. It's kind of that little tease of, you help people finance their dreams. How? Like, I want to finance my dreams. How do I do that? Like, tell me more. Tell me more. So Don and Gino, that's exactly this. This event is for everybody, anybody and everybody who is needing to take their business, who is wanting to differentiate themselves, who is wanting to step up their game in 2021. Again, 2020 was a great year for many people. Some people maybe struggled. They had a hard year. Momentum Builder 2021 is for anybody and everybody who truly wants to separate and make themselves better. And again, Gino, I'm stealing that from you. Not so much bigger, but better than their competition. You have to find those ways. You really need to hone in on your skills and focus more on you. Because when you do focus on yourselves, ultimately you can serve your clients better. You can serve your audience better. And that's what this event is all about.
You know, Josh, I was thinking about Brittany Hodak. You mentioned Brittany, okay? And Brittany
Love you, Brittany.
Wonderful speaker and a great person. But one of the things that we learned from Brittany, she does super fans. And what a better opportunity. Hopefully in 2020, you did more transactions than you've ever done in your life. And so now you have all these opportunities to create super fans. But those are also opportunities to lose super fans. And so you have to be very, very careful about what you do with your database. And you have to focus and make sure that it's so much easier to nurture the people that already know, like, and trust you than it is to go get a new client.
Yep.
Absolutely. And what's nice is the way we did this event, we did it with you in mind as a salesperson. We're busy people. So if we just locked you away for 3 days without you being able to work or focus, it's going to be very difficult. So what we did is we planned it accordingly to spread out over an entire week. It's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily, March 22nd through the 26th. And the reason we did that, there'll be breaks throughout the day. So we basically have 4 major speakers. I mean, when you see the list, you're like, I'm going to want to see them. I want to see that person. Oh, I need to learn about that. What's nice is you get them and they're going to bring it. I promise you. I've had the conversations. All these speakers say they are going to bring it. They're bringing you their highlight reel and it's going to be awesome. And then you get a break to go to the restroom, grab a bite to eat, return a few emails, and then go back to it. But also, we're going to also have, if you're an attendee, and we don't open this up until January, we're just building the hype now because we need you to lock and load March 22nd through the 26th. You're going to have access to the speaker's content because you're going to go, what did he say again? And then, like you said, Josh, throughout the next year, we're going to drip this information and reminders so that you can continue that momentum, because you will forget and you'll go back to your old habits. Guaranteed, we all do. But we're going to go, hey, how about this week thinking about your intro, for example? What's this week? Let's think about how you start your day. Let's think about how your mindset is.
That, by the way, as I started watching, Jesse Itzler's really good about that, right? So he talks
about get Jesse Itzler. I mean, come on, the guy started Marquee Jets. He owns Atlanta Hawks. Oh, his wife owns Spanx, and he's a rock star, and he's an individual you want to listen to because he is who he is. The guy's a machine. And he does whatever he wants to do, but he does it right.
And he talks about building habits, and building habits is a really difficult thing, right? I mean, that's the reality. And he says, you have to do one at a time. You can't do too many. You got to pick one at a time and make it a habit, make it part of your routine. And then you can add a different one. But and Jesse's got these weird goals, right? He's always
doing stuff now. I mean, he's about doing stuff now. He wanted to go run like this 100-mile race. And his wife's like, that's going to ruin your knees in the future. He goes, I'm not living for the future. I might not make it there. I'm going to do it now. I love this guy.
He's definitely a YOLO guy.
I say he is definitely a YOLO guy. One of those guys who, and if you don't follow him, you guys need to, because he's one of those people that is always in the moment. And again, depending on how you choose to live your life, that's what I live the exact same way. And again, coming back to Momentum Builder, I love that this is not just a one and done event. It's not a week-long event. This is a 52-week. You're gonna get little snippets, little ideas, little strategies to continue to make 2021, to keep that momentum rolling throughout the year. So it's not all about March. It's not just, again, one big hype, one big exciting show, and then that was cool. And then, like Gino referenced earlier, you took some notes. They're back on the shelf, and you may reference them once, but you're gonna get something every single week from this event. So it's really, really exciting. And what you guys have put together, the thought, the work, everything you guys have put into this is absolutely brilliant. I am humbled and honored and excited to be part of this event. It's going to be like something, again, I've attended more virtual events this year, probably than most people, just because that's part of what we do. And so being able to see what you guys have done, the thought, and I know we can't, this is a teaser for you guys, the actual system and tool that you guys are using, this is going to be an incredible event. The actual where
no
you guys,
rock has been left unturned for this.
I say this is one of those, being able to actually engage with other people that are a part of this event, ladies and gentlemen. You are not going to want to miss this. And again, registration is not even open yet. Registration is not even open for a couple of months. So get ready for it. That's why we're excited to at least get it out there so you can have it in the back of your head. So Don and Gino, let's start wrapping things up. If people want to get more information, if they want to basically save the date, where do they go to find out more information?
All right, pretty simple. I mean, just like the name says, momentumbuilderevent.com. Just like it is there, you'll see the list of speakers that are phenomenal. You'll get the updates on a regular basis. We're building our sponsor list. So if you're interested in that, reach out to us. But we have just a great list of great speakers, great people, and we're going to have a blast. Gino, I don't know anything else. That's why we align with you, Josh. You're a blast. We're going to have fun. We're going to make this a fun event. I've been to, like you, Josh, so many virtual events where you're like, oh, our next speaker is going to be marvelous. Wait till you hear them. Aren't they good, Mike? Yeah, Mike. No, this is going to be totally
unscripted. So whatever happens. That's just one of those things. When Don and I are around, you have no idea what's going to happen next.
And we've been in media for 12 years. We've had our radio show for 10 years. Now we're on American Dream TV. We get to use American Dream TV's $500,000 studio for our event. It's going to be amazing. American Dream TV is going to help us with their technology and background. I mean, they're based out of San Diego. Craig Sowing's a rock star. Check out American Dream TV on Facebook. It's amazing. We have a TV show that's on every month. Actually, our next show comes out Thursday. It's great stuff. We're going to make sure we have a lot of fun.
Oh, for sure. And that's what I love about you guys. You guys are always fun. And you mentioned this, Don, you guys have been doing this for a long time. This isn't your first rodeo. And that's what's exciting to me is now that you've learned so much, you've been able to gather so much information, so many ideas. Now you're putting it all into one, like this event. And again, not just one and done, but a 52-week campaign with this event. Guys, I'm excited for it. We've posted the link below. So if you guys have any questions, if you have any comments, make sure You click that link and you start preparing for it. This is one of those. This is truly one of those events you are not going to want to miss. Not because it's bigger, because it's better. So,
well, we got Shred Media behind it.
Let's see.
It's gonna
be amazing. Check this out. We got the shirt rocking this morning. But as always, guys, Don and Gino, cannot thank you guys enough for coming on. This is definitely not the last time. Again, with it just around the corner, we're going to be sharing some of the guests, some of the people that they can expect to see at this event. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for more information. Don and Gino, thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Thanks a lot, Josh. Always good to be part of Shred.
Shred, baby. And ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't do it without you. With that, we appreciate you. We love you. Now it's time for you to go shred. Go show up, hustle, repeat every day. See you guys.
All right. Thanks again.
Later,
See y'all. We'll see you again soon. Momentum.